Hey, what's going on? Aaron here. Hope you're doing well. If you're watching this video right now, you might be checking out this website here called Paidera, and you're wondering, can you really turn your time into money, right? Can you work online and basically make money on a website like this? This is a GPT website. I'm going to review it, and then let's find out whether it's worth your time. That's the big question, okay? Now, at any time, if you want to get my favorite way to get to $5,000 to $10,000, 100% from home, you can just go ahead and click the link below, and I'll send you that strategy straight to your email if you would like to check out that strategy, right? Now, I've reviewed hundreds of different make money online websites, GPT style websites like this, surveys, watching ads, different business models, and some of them can make you a lot of money and are a good use of your time, but a lot of them actually pay you very little and are a little bit of a waste of time. So let's see if Paidera is good, is it legit, and how does it stack up to other ways of making money on the internet, all right? Now, Paidera is basically a global GPT style website, all right? So what they do is they allow you to come onto the website. You can create an account for free. You can be based anywhere in the world, and they've got basically a whole bunch of tasks that you can start to go through and make money from them, and we'll talk about them each of them one by one so you can see whether this is a good use of your time, right? Now, the first thing that they do say here is it says that they provide an unlimited amount of tasks that you can do. You can complete them every day, and it makes it no limit to what money that you can actually earn. So we're going to come back to this particular statement here to find out whether it's really true or not. And the big question is how much money can you really make, right? Now, you can refer friends. You can also get payments directly out from them. It says instant payments, but there is a threshold, so we'll talk about that as well in a minute here, right? So Paidera, first of all, I want to mention, is a legitimate GPT-style website. That means you can come here, you can complete certain tasks like recording video tutorials, you can do micro tasks, you can do paid tasks, you can fill out surveys, and you can fill out quizzes as well. And they will actually pay you for those activities, okay? So let's go one by one just so that you understand what you're really going to do and how much they're really paying. First of all, you can sign up to complete their surveys, all right? So they work with other big survey companies, and they're kind of like an aggregator, and they will allow you to fill out certain surveys on their websites and get paid for those surveys. Now, those surveys will take anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes, and every single survey that you fill out, you will make roughly about 10 cents to 30 cents per survey, all right? Now, it's not that much, but that's pretty average of how much surveys will pay out. The big problem, though, is that you're not going to get an unlimited amount of surveys. You will have a limited amount of surveys, and maybe you'll have a few the first time you sign up, but then tomorrow it might only be one, and then next week it will only be a couple. You don't get access to unlimited surveys, unfortunately, so it's difficult to earn that way because the survey websites have a certain amount of supply, and it really depends on your background, your demographic, and where you live in the world, okay, to get access to more surveys or less surveys. Another way is to upload some videos. So they basically want you to get used to their system, and after you have done a few tasks, then they will allow you to record some videos that teach people how to complete surveys, how to do quizzes, things like that, and then you basically promote Paidera as a website. That's why they're willing to pay you for that, right? So you have to use their website for a little while. They've got certain requirements, like you have to upload, you have to do 10 tasks, you have to complete 10 surveys, and then you can record the video, giving people full instructions. You upload it onto, for example, YouTube, and then it has to be approved. Now, if it's approved, then you get paid roughly between 20 cents and 30 cents for that one tutorial video, all right? So it's not guaranteed that you'll make that money because they have to, they have to review it to make sure that it looks okay. And once it's okay, they will pay you the 20 or 30 cents, right? Now, that sounds pretty interesting, but it does take a long time for you to create a tutorial video, and it's not an unlimited amount of tutorial videos. You can only create, it's about 6 different tutorials based on their particular product offering, okay? And then after that, you can't make any more tutorial videos. It's just a one-time kind of deal, right? They also have paid tasks that you can take part in, which is pretty normal. A lot of GPT websites have paid tasks that you can basically complete, and all it is it's usually downloading a particular offer, it's downloading a particular game, and then they make you jump through a few different hoops. And if you do that, let's just say for a game, if you download it for free, you must hit level 30, for example, pick up a whole bunch of coins and things like that before they will actually mark that as a completed task, and then they'll pay you a reward. Okay, now the rewards on Paidera for their paid tasks are very low. They're like 1 cent, 2 cents, 5 cents, 15 cents, around that range. So it's actually very, very low. Now you can also fill out quizzes. Okay, now the quizzes, basically they call them quizzes, but they're not really quizzes. What they are is they're basically a website where you have to go through a whole bunch of different options where you click around. They show you lots of paid advertising, and then you have to complete different tasks. And when you do that, they'll pay you something like 1 to 2 cents per completed quiz. Sorry. So they call it a quiz. But what they're trying to do is they're trying to drive traffic to a particular website, and they're hoping that you're going to click on all the ads that show up, and that's how they make money. And they're just spending money. They're paying you to kind of go through that process, if that makes sense. Okay, so very, very little. You're only making 1 to 2 cents per quiz, and through the quizzes, basically they're unlimited quizzes. So you could spend the whole day doing it. But if you think about it, some of these quizzes do take 10 to 15 minutes to complete, because it's quite a long process and you have to click on quite a lot of things. They're like 10 pages, 5 pages, 8 pages, that sort of thing for you to go through. And when you're done, they only pay you 1 cent to 2 cents per completed quiz. So if you think about it, if each quiz was 15 minutes long, you would only make 4 cents per hour. That is crazy low, right? So in order for you to make a lot of money, it's very, very difficult. So let's talk about how much money you can really make with Paidera, and is it really worth your time? Okay, now when you look at the website as a whole, it's a pretty standard GPT website, I think, right? There are certain areas where they pay a little bit less than other GPT style websites, like their surveys are a little bit less. The micro tasks that they have are super low. I mean, we're talking about like 5 cents, 10 cents per task, and then the quizzes are like 1 to 2 cents per quiz. Okay, so even though they say here, yes, there are unlimited tasks, for example, there are unlimited quizzes, for example, but really you're only earning about 4 cents per hour. And I mean, ask yourself this question: is 4 cents per hour worth your time? Even if you lived in a country where $1 per day would be life-changing, 4 cents per hour is an insanely low amount of money to make, even on a website like Paidera. Okay, so I would say that yes, it is possible, and this statement is true. There are unlimited tasks, and there is no limit to how much you can make per day. But because they're paying so little, even if you did this for 12 hours a day, you would still only make less than $1, because the micro tasks are so low, the quizzes are so low. I mean, maybe you'll make just over $1, perhaps maybe $2 if you're really, really hustling. But you can't really make that much income here. Okay, so it's going to take a long time before you add up that income. Now, how do they actually pay out? They pay out through PayPal, and the threshold is $20. Okay, so if you think about it, even if you worked on this for 10 hours a day, and you're earning just over $1 a day, right? It would still take you almost a month before you reach the threshold of $20, right? So if you think about it, on average, this would take you a month before you made the threshold of $20. You would have to spend 5 to 10 hours on the website a day working on it. So 5 to 10 hours a day on even though it's a free website and they do pay out and it is legit, right? Is that worth your time? 5 to 10 hours a day for a whole month before you make $20? I mean, that is a lot of time. There are a lot of other GPT style websites where you can make a little bit more money than this. Still not that much, but I think a little bit more than Paidera, and the threshold is much lower. The threshold is usually $1 to $5 to withdraw. Okay, with these guys the threshold is much higher, and this is just going to take you forever, right? So I would say that even though it is legit and Paidera does pay out, I think the amount of money that they pay out is so low that it's not really worth your time. There are a lot of other things that you can do online. I mean, look, if you can spend 5 to 10 hours a day on a website, then you can make hundreds of dollars per day, not $1 or $2 per day, right? I would say, again, you have to think about where you're spending your time online. It's not that they're not legit. Paidera is a legit website. So if you want to make $1 to $2 a day, but you're spending 5 to 10 hours on the website, then I would recommend you come to Paidera. But maybe you're thinking, well, if I'm spending 5 to 10 hours a day and I'm only making $1, surely there are better ways for me to use my time, right? And you're right, there are better ways for you to use your time. So I don't necessarily recommend the GPT route, even though it is legit, it's free, and you can really make money from a website like Paidera. But I think that there are a lot of other better ways to make money on the internet where you're making way, way, way more income rather than, again, you know, $1 a day. If you're even lucky enough to reach that amount, because you're gonna have to spend hours and hours and hours and hours on Paidera in order to even make $1 per day. I hope that makes sense, okay? So that's my review of Paidera. You can check it out if you would like. Paidera.com. But if you're watching this video right now and you're like, well, Aaron, you know, I've got a bit of time every single day. I would rather make a lot more income rather than teeny weeny little income, right? And again, I've reviewed hundreds of different ways to make money online, and out of all of them, there's still one method where I think it's the best use of your time. So if you have a couple of hours a day, you can get to hundreds of dollars a day rather than, you know, $1 or $2 a day, right? So if you want my strategy to get to 5 to 10,000 US dollars a month, 100% from home, click the link below and I'll send you that strategy straight to your email. You could check it out if you would like. All right, I hope you enjoyed this review of Paidera, and I hope to see you on another video review. Take care.